What's going on, everybody? Genesis Jones here from Total G-Shockers, and in this video we'll be exploring the 5 best Altimeter watches in the market today. So let's get into it. From hikers and trekkers to everyone in between, having a quality watch with an altimeter is a worthy addition to your gear collection. As part of the ABC trio of features, these watches offer you the most essential information for backcountry adventures. Determining what elevation or altitude you are while in the great outdoors is very important for you to have a safe and enjoyable experience. Now, there are 5 different characteristics that make a high-end altimeter watch. Let's go through them briefly. First, we have the usable features that complement the altimeter. Now, this includes the barometer, which is important for the fact that it can help you to determine if the barometric pressure is ideal for your outdoor activities for that day, and that you don't get caught in a huge storm or anything, for example. Next useful feature is the compass, which works independently of you having to hold it leveled in order to acquire an accurate reading. Now, these digital compasses are something that high quality altimeter watches have and work well for people who use a compass as a reference point. Second characteristic is the timekeeping. Of course, being a watch, timekeeping is one of the basic features that it needs to be good at. High-end altimeter watches all have timers, which include stopwatches and countdown timers, alarms, and even features like dual time, world time, and sunrise sunset times. Third characteristic is the user interface simplicity. Top-notch altimeter watches should have a nice interface that makes it easy for you to use and navigate. Having a sophisticated piece of equipment like an altimeter watch is great, but if you have a difficult time using it, how is it going to benefit you in the long run? At the end of the day, these gadgets are ultimately supposed to help make your life easier, not more complicated. The fourth characteristic is the display. The altimeter watch display should also be easy and clear to your eyes. Now, the best of these watches have information displayed clearly on the watch so that there is some order as to why a certain piece of data is placed on the watch in that way. Clear display also includes the ability to see the information at nighttime, so having a great LED light or a backlight illuminator is key. And the fifth and last characteristic of a great altimeter watch is the accuracy. In addition to having the barometric-based altimeter watches that respond to changes in weather patterns, which will in effect cause a change in pressure, which in turn will result in a change in elevation, having a watch that can accurately go through that process seamlessly is key. Accuracy also refers to precise timekeeping, and if there is GPS on the watch, which most high-end altimeter watches include now, then being accurate in pinpointing current location as well as distance to your waypoints is also of vital importance. Now, all of these watches on this list have been handpicked specifically because they indeed possess all of these characteristics. And as we go through this list, we want to hear from you. Which altimeter watch would you have put in this list, and give a brief reason why? We'd like to know your thoughts. All right. So let's jump into the top 5 best altimeter watches. Number 5, Casio Protract WSD F20. The Casio Protract WSD F20 is for all those outdoorsmen and women who want all the features of a full color 1.32-inch touchscreen smartwatch that is presented in such a rugged casing that is packed with sensors like GPS/GLONASS, altimeter, barometer, compass, accelerometer, gyro, and a microphone? Wait, what? Yes, as with any standard GPS-enabled outdoor watch, you can save your routes and points of interest and even record breadcrumb trails. With the built-in microphone, you can leave yourself voice memos at points that you've highlighted along the journey. Now, note that your phone has to be tethered nearby for this function to work. Available in orange, black, fluorite white, and indigo blue, this is the only true outdoor watch on the list. With its 50-meter water resistance, full-color LCD display, and a touchscreen that's similar to the Samsung Gear 3 and Apple iWatch, the WSD F20 has many functions that will help you navigate high-quality, full color maps and view them as topographic, satellite, or through a street view without the need for a phone connection. Just make sure you download the map of the area you want to visit before heading out. Unfortunately, the smart display is a little hard to read when you're in the sunlight, but if you can find substantial shade or if you can block the sun with your other hand, then the colors are vivid and the info is crisp and very clear. Now, when it comes to battery life, let's just be honest, the WSD F20 is pretty average. Even with the GPS deactivated, the watch will still need to be charged on a daily basis, which can be super annoying. The battery lasts just over a day in smart mode and drops to around 22 hours when placed in GPS mode. Now, these are pretty typical numbers for a smartwatch that operates a full color display. However, what this does mean for you is that you need to take a charger along when planning for a hike that is longer than a day. Now, if you want, you can also set the smartwatch display to sleep, activating the top layer of the watch and saving you tons of power. With the primary display and smartwatch functionality completely turned off, the battery can last about 4 weeks on a single charge. But having the watch in sleep mode doesn't really serve you very much when you're out hiking. Also, Casio doesn't fully support iOS, so you should be leaning toward either a Garmin, Suunto, or GShock model if you own an iPhone, like myself. Now, for my Android users, the Protract is a fully functional Android Wear smartwatch that allows app downloads from Google Play. Now, the weight of the Casio Protract WSD F20 is 92 grams. The casing measures 57.7 millimeters in diameter, and the retail price is $399 in US currency. The Protract WSD F20 is a good smartwatch with features that may appear too niche for most people. But if you're an outdoors enthusiast, like a hiker, and you love checking out data from altimeters and barometers, or even tracking the way you've traveled, you'll like what the Protract has to offer. What's a bummer is that it does seem like you have to connect to the internet in order to access all that the watch has to offer, but we guess that's the nature of a smartwatch that lacks its own wireless broadband connection. Number 4. Casio Protract PRW 6000. Now, the Casio Protract PRW 6000 is a quality watch that offers some great features, including a quality altibarometer, compass, temperature gauge, timekeeper, and data log. Now, the Casio Protract PRW 6000 has 5 buttons on the side of the watch and a digital crown that you have the ability to unscrew in order to adjust the settings of the watch, and then secure it by pushing and locking the crown in place. The materials used to construct the watch are stainless steel, synthetic resin for the band, and mineral glass to protect the watch face. The perfectly flat glass is shiny and can be quite reflective when looking at the wrong angle, which can be a bit annoying at times. In terms of comfort, the watch and wristband are very nice, although at first you may feel the large crown dig into your wrist and hand when doing certain tasks. One thing to do here is just to loosen the wristband in order to remove the issue so that you soon won't notice any discomfort when wearing this watch. In terms of the design, I really like the style of this Protract. There's something attractive about the rugged yet stylish design that this watch gives off that somewhat inspires a sense of confidence in its quality. The hands, especially the minute hand, overlap the digital display, which can be frustrating. But thankfully, there is the hand shift function in which the hands move out of the way so that you can display the digital contents of your Protract. The stick dial and the digital display are both clean. However, I would have loved to see maybe a thin green outline that's around the digital display parked at the 6 o'clock position. It would have made the watch pop a little bit, but overall it works well enough. Anyway, the small sub-dial at 10 o'clock is used to indicate the function mode chosen, whether that be the barometer, thermometer, stopwatch, countdown timer, alarm, data recall, world time, and receive modes. And the digital display is used to present most of this data. Now, several of these functions rely heavily on calibration and even repeated calibration in order to display reliable data. Properly calibrated when needed, this is truly a highly reliable timepiece. Also, water resistance on this watch is up to 100 meters. Now, one of my favorite features of this watch is that it's solar powered. Leaving the watch in a light source for 3 to 6 hours will charge this watch with no problem. Now, the weight of the watch is about 72 grams. The diameter of the watch is around 55 millimeters, and the retail price is $400 in US currency. Striking the balance between utilitarian and stylish, this Protract pulls off the look of being both functional and pragmatic, but not in an overbearing manner. The PRW 6000 is a great watch and is recommended for anyone looking for an altimeter watch with tough solar technology, as well as some practical outdoor features that are accurate and reliable when you most need it. Now, before we jump into our top 3 on the list, let's get into our honorable mention. So for the honorable mention, we have the Suunto Spartan Ultra. With over 80 different activities built into its function, the Suunto Spartan Ultra is a deluxe activity watch that includes a built-in altimeter, compass, barometer, and GPS. The basic menu allows you to choose your hike to track, with the metrics available being distance, time, pace, and elevation gain. With this noticeably larger face and full-color touchscreen display, the Spartan Ultra looks like a serious sports watch indeed. With a solid stainless steel bezel that features sapphire crystal glass, it is water resistant up to 100 meters and can withstand and operate in temperature from -5 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Although a relatively large smartwatch, the Spartan Ultra is a comfortable fit on your wrist. The adjustable silicone strap doesn't cause any irritation and keeps the watch firm against your wrist even during strenuous physical activity. Besides that, the flat face and circular design of the watch keep its main unit pressed closely to the skin so that it is never obtrusive. The Spartan Ultra comes with GPS/GLONASS, an altimeter, a barometer, thermometer, and a compass. With it, you're able to navigate the trails with ease, as the waypoints and the routes can be simply imported to the watch from the Suunto Moves Count app, where you can easily plan your routes before you hike. In addition, you can also find existing routes from other Suunto users and import them to your own watch if you so choose. The watch can also track the distance walked, has a breadcrumb feature so that you can find a route back to your starting point, show you your current speed, and so much more. Bluetooth connectivity allows you to connect your watch to your smartphone and receive notifications from your phone onto your watch. Having its own standalone charger, the Spartan Ultra has a battery life of about 15 days when on standby mode and about 26 hours with the GPS continuously on. The battery life varies depending on the type of GPS setting that's activated. When the GPS setting is set to best, it tends to run the battery out much quicker than the other settings. Now, the weight of the Spartan Ultra is 77 grams. The casing measures 50 millimeters in diameter, and the retail price is $799 in US currency. The Suunto Spartan Ultra is a high-end activity tracker with its full-color touchscreen display, incredibly durable construction, and exceptional versatility, making it absolutely appealing to hikers and outdoor enthusiasts alike. For the outdoorsman who wants to invest in a heavy-duty piece of tech that will deliver on more than just measuring pace and distance, the Suunto Spartan Ultra is a mighty piece of equipment that will be sure to please. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get back to our list and get to those top 3 watches. Number 3, Garmin Phoenix 5X. The Garmin Phoenix 5X Sapphire is the front runner of the Phoenix 5 line. The GPS is highly accurate, and the 5X software includes color topographic maps. You can easily mark points of interest on this 1.2-inch color display, save multiple hiking routes, breadcrumb trails, and track your progress with an incredible amount of corresponding data. Also, water resistance is up to 100 meters. When it comes to battery life, you can expect 12 days in smart mode. This of course depends on the settings you arrange on your watch, and expect 18 hours in full GPS mode. This is extended to 50 hours when the Phoenix 5X is in ultra track mode. and this is intermittent GPS signals being sent versus the continuous pinging for most accurate GPS signal at all times. Now with the 5X Sapphire model, you get a preloaded set of maps. You can't get this with the other Phoenix 5 models. We're talking the 5S or the 5 model. The 5X also allows you to even display preloaded points of interest on your route, like food, entertainment, accommodation, etc. All the Sapphire versions include a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal lens, but also to take note, only the Sapphire models include Wi-Fi for easy transfer of data to your device through Garmin's Connect IQ platform. When it comes to features like the optical heart rate monitor and the thermometer, the Phoenix is not as accurate as we would like. Because these features read while on the top of your wrist, they're really not that accurate, especially when you're moving around during high activity. Now the weight of the Garmin Phoenix 5X is 150 grams, the casing measures 51 millimeters in diameter, and the price is $799 in US currency. This is most definitely a beast of a Garmin watch for hiking into the wild. The built-in altimeter, barometer, and 3-axis compass are excellent, and the gyro and accelerometer are smooth and plenty accurate. The casing is tough as nails and can take a huge hit without showing any damage to the watch. However, we do find that the paint on the bezel does scuff pretty easily though. Number 2, Suunto Traverse. With the best GPS for hiking in terms of speed and accuracy, the Suunto Traverse GPS watch is an absolute winner. Having a lightning fast satellite connection to GPS and GLONASS with insane accuracy is exactly the navigation that Suunto is known for. And with satellites that connect slightly faster than with the Garmin's, you can track your position and record an active crumb trail for reverse navigation. Available with a silicone or textile strap, as well as a sapphire glass lens, the large clear display, which can also be inverted for better visibility, and color options include black, amber, and graphite white. The Traverse has an altimeter, barometer, compass, thermometer, water resistance up to 100 meters, and can be used to plan routes and upload these routes and waypoints to your watch. Suunto also provides a heat map, which is a map of common hiking trails compiled from other Suunto users. The rechargeable lithium-ion battery keeps the watch running for about 15 hours to 2 days while in GPS tracking mode. In normal mode, the Traverse can last around 11 days. Now with the Ultra Track mode on, this extends the battery life to about 80 hours. As the watch is equipped with Bluetooth, you can also synchronize it with the smartphone, either Android or iOS, and manage the watch settings and data directly from there, plus get notifications on your watch. The Suunto Traverse is an amazing watch that not only offers many useful features, but also looks quite cool and stylish. Now the weight of the Suunto Traverse is 80 grams, the casing measures 50.8 millimeters in diameter, and the retail price is $449 in US currency. In a nutshell, the Suunto Traverse provides a sense of confidence that will help you get out and discover new terrain. So if your adventures consist of hiking unfamiliar trails, exploring in the backcountry, or simply surviving an uncharted wooded area, the Suunto Traverse will be your trusted guide no matter where your explorations take you. And number 1, GShock GPR B1000 Rangeman. Casio continues to do things differently with its watches, especially its GShock brand. For the GShock GPR Rangeman, it doesn't have a touchscreen, leaving time and energy to focus on augmenting its Master of G line of watches with smart features relevant to the series theme of absolute toughness. Aimed at the outdoorsmen who enjoy nothing more than getting completely lost over a random weekend, the Rangeman will help you find where you're going when Google Maps won't help you out. The Rangeman has no problem combating dust, dirt, shock, high and low temperatures, and water up to 200 meters. With its sapphire crystal over the face of the watch for extra damage control and the carbon fiber reinforced strap, it's going to take a lot to break this watch. The full digital display is easy to read, and the backlight is bright and clear enough to illuminate the screen evenly. It's not a huge screen, and it may take some time to understand and learn some of the smaller details before you can just glance at your watch for easy comprehension. You can access modes and features using 2 buttons on the left, and you can navigate and select them using the crown on the right. It's simple, clear, and easy to learn. We like the customizable main screen, which shows you features like sunrise and sunset times, world time, barometric pressure, altimeter readings, compass readings, and GPS waypoint data, just to name a few. Now, the arrangement has solar power, so if the watch is out in the light, it's constantly being charged. If for whatever reason you can't find a light source, Casio has supplied a wireless charger that takes the battery to full charge in 5 hours, enough to sustain 33 hours of continuous GPS use before the next charge. For non-GPS function, the arrangement can last between 2 and 29 months before the next charge. Now, the 2018 arrangement is considered the first solar-charged GShock watch with GPS, but just to be clear, it's not meant to provide navigation between work and home. It's meant to get you from point A to point B, and it does this on the screen with directional guidance, which is based on mapping on the GShock app. The built-in GPS tracks the watch, so you don't have to worry about draining the battery on your phone, while waypoints and routes are created in the connected app. The data is synced between the watch and phone using Bluetooth, and as your adventures are tracked, you can view them either on a timeline or on a 3D map. Now, the weight of the GPR arrangement is 142 grams. The casing measures 60 millimeters in diameter, and the retail price is $800 in US currency. Casio's GShock arrangement should be on your wrist when you're in the wilderness. You'll never get lost with the arrangement, and even if you do, you'll still be able to find your way back. Alright, so those are the top 5 best altimeter watches on the market today. Now, was there a watch that you thought should have made the list? Well, if so, comment below. I want to see what you think. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. All I really care about is making sure I provide you with the valuable content that will help you out. So your feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're dropping content every single day, so I want to make sure that you get notified when our new video drops. That's all for now. I'll talk to you soon. And as always, continue to rock your GShock nonstop. Deuces!